guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. So I'm here again with that box doing the finishing off projects. So today I thought let's do the tags that needed finishing off. Been a bit more sensible than the last time. So I've bought some actual things to use it. Oops, found one of my rings in there. It's obviously dropped off of my shelf into there. Yeah, so I bought some things to actually top the tags with because obviously I struggled a little bit last time, you know, with making things up on the fly. So hopefully this will be a little bit easier. So the first tag is this one. Now, this one I have to say is actually pretty much finished. It's just that paper's now come apart a bit. So just going to glue that down. And then for this one, I think really it just needs, I'm not even too sure what it needs, but I may be thinking a wax seal or something. Just literally to, you know, seal the deal. Yeah, I know, rubbish. Absolutely rubbish joke, but oh, it just came out of my mouth and before I could do anything, it was out. So, yeah. Okay. So, what a pretty tag that is. Okay, so that one's done already, which is pretty cool, isn't it? You know, didn't take 2 seconds. Okay, so then we've got these two. Now, these are made from my collage masterboard, which actually is a printable now. So, yeah, let's just see whether I've got anything, you know, here in the things that I've brought along that would just be really pretty and just ideal on these. I've got quite a few of these turquoisey labels that we made, so yeah, I mean, they're quite nice, aren't they? That's quite pretty on there. So I know that's not, you know, a cluster per se, but yeah, it's along those lines. It's kind of verging on a cluster, isn't it? You know. So I might just then have some doily. Again, just using up kind of things that are laying around on my desk, really. You know, rather than pulling in other things. So I'll just put that on there. Okay, and glue this label down. Now I'm just using wet glue to glue this because this is actually just a single thickness. It's actually kind of copy paper, but obviously it's been, you know, food coloured. But yeah, I mean, technically it's just, you know, copy paper thickness. So I thought the wet glue was absolutely fine for that. And then I'm thinking maybe a butterfly or something, possibly incorporating like the pinks from the flowers. So let's just have a look. I've got some flowers here, you know, like paper flowers, which might look quite sweet and maybe a bit of a difference, or yeah, a bit of a change from having just a butterfly. Got this blue-green flower. Oops. Can't really tell which way up that's supposed to be, if I'm truthful, but maybe like that. And then, that's not really right, is it? I just thought I would try it because it was there. Oh, I've got one of those flowers, you know, that I'm always talking about, that I don't like the shapes of the petals. So I'm just going to snip that off. Oh, I don't think I'm going to make a very good job of this, but oh my goodness, what a rubbish job I'm making of cutting these down. Yep, not great. But I was just trying to do it like quite quickly. Okay. I mean, to be honest, I'm not really too sure whether that's really adding a lot to that, but we'll just kind of persevere for the minute. I have got this blue flower brad. It's quite pretty, isn't it? Should we just try that through there? So I hope everyone's having a good day. Maybe you are doing some crafting, having a nice time. I know I say it all the time, but yeah, share your projects below, because I think, you know, it's always really great to hear what everyone's working on. I don't know whether that brad's a bit monstrous from there, but just see. I don't know why, I just really struggle to use the, you know, the different coloured brads. Yeah, I mean, I've got them left over really from my scrapbooking days, but I mean, of course, obviously, you know, it's a waste to just not use them, isn't it? So, you know, it would be good to use them. But yeah, I just never really feel very, very pleased when I do. That's quite pretty, isn't it? I'm just going to put in my coloured butterflies. Oh, and actually, maybe my coloured book plates. Right, hold on. Butterflies. Let's see if I have... Oh. So let's see if I have a pink one. I can't see a pink one at all so far. So unless it's like buried. Oh, what were the odds of not having a pink one? I mean, for goodness sake. Come on, come on. I mean, this is pinkish. It's not really the pink that I was meaning, but it's, you know, better than nothing maybe. Oh, that's so typical, isn't it? So typical. Just never have quite the thing that we're actually after. Right, okay. Put that away. Right, I'm going to have to bring my little ephemera box in, I think. So I just keep this box here with obviously all these different, these are actually from my curator's collections, just the file folders. And obviously I just, you know, write on the top of them what's in each one. So, you know, I just find them quite handy to use for, well, actually for all sorts of things, but, you know, all the fussy cuts and things, because then I can just totally separate them out. Maybe the green labels, which works really quite well, I think. So, ooh, now I'm glad I pulled this in, because to be honest, you know, sometimes just forget about some of the bits that we've got, I think. And yeah, got maybe some other bits in here that I would never in a million years have thought of, but possibly might be worth playing around and using. So let's give these a try. So I've got some coloured book plates, which got some turquoisey ones. So yeah, that's nice on there, isn't it? Okay. Yeah, that was a good one to use. And then I just suddenly thought, oh, I might just try a bright rose. These are just from my obviously bright roses, but yeah, don't know. Maybe they will look rubbish, but oh, how pretty is that? Yeah, totally backtracking now. Now I'll probably have to ink this up slightly to get rid of that really white, stark sort of bit that I've not cut out here. So yeah, let's just kind of dull that down a bit. Okay. Oh, I love how that looks. Right, let's just glue this down. So yeah, I was trying to obviously be good and use some of those mulberry paper flowers and things, but to be honest, this just looks way better, I think. So, you know, sometimes you can't force things, can you? You know, if they're not going to come together and look good, you know, because then you'll never be happy and never want to use it. So it's kind of like not false economy, but you know, that concept. You know, that actually instead of, oh, I'm going to make myself use these bits, actually all you're doing is then producing something that you're never going to like, and you know, then you're never going to want to use. Oh no, not that. Well, it doesn't really go, does it? But let's just see. Nope, nope, nope. Honestly, some of these are really bright. It's like, oh, what was I thinking? You know, why did I even bother putting that in as if it was going to go? Right, just going to put this one down here. Okay, that looks pretty. Now, do we want another one of those bright roses? If I've got another smaller pink one, because I've got like a massive pink one, but yeah, it would like swamp the whole tag. So probably not that. And this, I think, is not the right colour pink. So that was just typical, wasn't it? Never do we have quite the right stuff, but let's just see. So I might just quickly ink around the edge of this tag to sort of vintage it up a bit, I think. Okay. I just love it sometimes, you know, when you watch things come together and they just take on a life of their own, completely not at all, you know, how you'd kind of expected or anticipated them to go. Yeah, it's kind of really fun, isn't it, when they take on the unexpected, or, you know, the unexpected happens, let's just say. Okay. Just wondering if I've got anything else that I want to use on here. I would have really liked a butterfly, but I'm not sure whether I've got one that's quite the right sort of colour. I've got a little sentiment, once upon a time. Oh, that's quite pretty on there. That's quite pretty, but where? Where is the question? I mean, to have it in that label is a bit of a waste of the label, because obviously the label could be used to journal. Yeah, I think I'm going to put it down the bottom. Now, this is copy paper, and I wouldn't normally really glue, you know, copy paper with hot glue. But to be honest, it's not like you'd be writing over this sentiment or anything. So I'm just going to go for it and, yeah, just press it down kind of as hard as I can, which will hopefully make up for the fact that it's a bit thick. Okay, let's just quickly then ink here a bit as well. Yeah, that looks pretty, doesn't it? So now I just need to decide what to do as the tab for this. Now I have got a little pink tag here, which I might just cut this down further just to make it slightly smaller still. But I'm thinking this would be rather pretty just hanging from there, wouldn't it? Yeah, I think that looks really nice like that. And now, how do I want to put this? I've got my gorgeous eyelets, which, yes, I have been hoarding these. Haven't used any of these so far, but perhaps it's time to actually use one. So let's just have a look. Not sure. Not sure what colour this would be best with, actually. Yeah, I love these. These were a present from the lovely Marianne, so thank you so much, Marianne. But they're so pretty, aren't they? And yes, of course, I have hoarded them. And yeah, this is going to be the first time I would have used one. I quite like that one. So I'm going to just put, I think, that in there. Oh, I've just suddenly realised my crocodile is not here. Right. Oh, after all of that, I thought I was finally going to use one of my big eyelets, but no, I'm not, because I don't have my crocodile here at the moment. So no, I'm not going to be doing that. Right, okay. Option number 2. What are we going to do then to attach that? I've got some tabs ready made, so let's just pull those in. Aha! I've got one here with this ribbon. I'm not saying it's ideal, but it's okay, isn't it? And then I could just clip this on maybe with a bulb pin. Don't know, I think that maybe is ruining that, to be honest. It's not the right tab. This one's better, I think. Let me just see if I've got a smaller one. Oh, I've got that. Oh, that's quite pretty. Right, I'm going to go for this. So lately, when I've attached these, I've just kind of glued them in here on the back, you know, to get them into place, and then I glue down, you know, the rest. So that's that one. And then this, I'm thinking, how am I going to attach this? I mean, we could just have like a bulb pin hanging from the, you know, from the whole thing, or some ball chain or something like that. Or we could have maybe some baker's twine. Let me just put in my baker's twine. I've got some pink here. And I'm thinking, if we go through here, like that, oops, just release a bit more, and then through the tag. Okay, right, I don't know if this is going to work very well, but let's try this. So I'm just going to then tie this off here. Just snip this down here. So we just tie that round, oops, there, like that. Obviously I will make those ends smaller. Yeah, what do we think to that? And then it kind of just hangs then through the tab. So I'm just going to glue this down so that we can see how it looks. So for this one, I'm going to obviously leave that top sort of open where the baker's twine is, but just glue the tab down at the front like that. And then we're just going to snip this down here like that. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? I mean, I've got to be honest and say it probably should have been a bit shorter, but never mind. I wonder if I can, oh, I don't know whether I'll be able to do this. It's a little bit fiddly now. I haven't really got much baker's twine to play with, but let's just see if I can, oh my goodness. See if I can fiddly thread this through. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. This is not good. Right. Oh, just about. Wow, that was wing and a prayer stuff there. Right. Oh, I've probably made it really too small now. Right, let me just try and make that a bit longer. Okay. I mean, it's, yeah, it's not brilliant, but it's okay. So I'm just going to snip that down there like that. Might be able to even put the knot inside that tab. Probably not me, because I'm probably a bit, you know, clumsy to be able to do that. But anyway, I don't mind it like that. So yeah, it looks fine. Don't know what to put on this itself, but could finish it off with a butterfly, or kind of thinking something else bluey green, you know, turquoisey colour. Maybe something like that. You know, I mean, that would be an opportunity to use those flowers, let's face it. Okay, let's just quickly vintage this up a little bit. I'm just going to vintage the tag up as well, because I forgot to do that, and the back of it as well, because obviously that's kind of journaling space, isn't it, on the back? So yeah, like that. And I'm not sure about that, to be honest. It's not the best thing to have on there. Oh, honestly, I keep on pulling these thingamabobs in, you know, the ribbons, and yeah, they're not really looking great anytime I pull them in. I might have to separate this out and oh no. Do I want to do that? No, I don't want to. Hold on, let me see what else I've got here floating around. I mean, I've got these flowers. They are obviously miles too big for that tag, but I mean, I guess I could cut them down. Oh, let me cut this blue off. I mean, I like the blue, but yeah, I don't know whether it's quite working. So, oops. Okay. Oh, that's quite pretty like that. So just going to glue this down onto that tag. Again, I mean, I'm just being super lazy just using the hot glue there. But yeah, it's at least getting it on there nice and quick. And then just snip this down here at this edge. Honestly, I was so quick with that first tag, you know, because it really required nothing in the way of finishing. And I thought, oh, this is going to be a brilliantly quick video. But no, look at me now. Look at how long it took for that second tag. Right, there we go. We have 2 done. 2. Oh, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Right, let's try and go for a cluster this time. See if we can speed things up with a cluster. Right. Okay. So lots of clusters going on here. And yeah, let's just see if we can find one. I mean, that's quite a pretty one actually on there, isn't it? Or whether we need a bigger one. That's quite pretty on there. That one's quite pretty on there. I think I quite like this one, to be honest. Yeah, I think I quite like that. Just wondering whether we could even pink up the, you know, the butterfly that we've used on that cluster, whether we could kind of pink it up. So again, just going to kind of ink around the edges, just with a bit of vintage photo there. Okay. Honestly, some days you just have those days, don't you, where, you know, things come together brilliantly quickly. Some days you have those days where, oh my goodness, just the smallest thing takes you literally forever. And for me, it's obviously one of those days today, I'm afraid. So, yep. Okay. Just ink around here. Okie dokie. Right. Oh, how gorgeous does that look, though? Love that cluster on there. It's really, really, really pretty. Okay. So again, just wet gluing this down. This cluster is all just copy paper, so, you know, thickness. So, I mean, I'm not kind of worried about it not sticking or anything like that. It's, you know, it's quite a flimsy paper that it was kind of made from in the first place. So, yeah, it will be fine. Okay. Now we could just have some lace at the bottom there, that on there. So, yep, again, just using really stuff that's laying around on here, which I just love it when you can actually just use, you know, what's laying about, because who doesn't love to just, you know, use things up that are just laying around otherwise. Okay, and then just glue this one down. Leaving the wings flapping so you can see that underneath butterfly. Like that. Oh, how pretty does that look? Love how that looks. It's so, so, so gorgeous. Right, now, do we want to have any number or anything like that in the background? Because I'm just wondering whether... Just having a quick flick through my little tray, my organiser on my desk, and seeing whether I've got any... See, I've got this one where it's had that side snipped off, but that's fine. Oh, I'm just going to have that there. I mean, this is sheer laziness, again, why I'm using the hot glue for that one. But the hot glue was kind of there, and yeah, I just thought, oh, I'll just use that. Right, let's just have a look. We might be able to have a couple of words on here. You know, again, these were just floating around on my desk. So, you know, if you can just use things that are floating around, it's just brilliant, isn't it? It gets them off your desk and, you know, uses things up. Oh, I'm going to have that in the centre. I know that's a little bit strange, but yeah, just going to pop that there. Oh, how pretty does that look? I don't think I've ever done that before, like where I've had, you know, like a tag with some lace at the bottom and then just something dead centre, but it actually looks really pretty. Right, Now, wondering if we could have this as the tab, or actually, just before I commit to that, I'll just go back to my tabs. Probably don't want to have that one, but just in case. Well, it's not bad actually. Looks better on this one than it did on the last one, that's for sure. So just having a quick look here. Oh, it's so annoying, isn't it, when you have all these things ready-made but never quite the thing that you're actually needing. And I mean, of course, that's why we need so much stuff, isn't it? Right, that one's quite pretty. And then what I'm just wondering whether it might look nice, and you know, again, this is just like off the top of my head now, but I've got these cabochons, you know, that we made obviously together. And I'm just thinking like maybe a pretty pinkish toned one would look, you know, just the finishing touch that that little tab need up there. Really, really, really pretty, isn't it? Yeah, I really love that. Now, do we want to ink around this at all? And if we do we want to do it just in like vintage photo or walnut stain? Or did we want to put a colour on it? Well, even as I'm saying it, I'm already doing it with the walnut stain. So, hey, let's go for the walnut stain. The number of times that I just do that, you know, even as I'm saying it, I'm doing something completely different. So yes, obviously that made sense to then just go with what I was doing. Right. Okay. Oops. Yeah, going to have that like that. So, you know, I think this is optional then, really, whether you glue it here at this bit or just on here. I always used to glue them everywhere. I'm now kind of leaning towards the leave that open, because then you've always got an option that you can thread something through there if you wanted to. You know, and I'm not saying obviously in this case at all that I do want to, but, you know, it's just an option that you've got. Whereas if you close that gap up, then that option's not even available, is it? So, yeah. Kind of maybe is a sensible thing to just leave that open. So just glue this down then straight in the center of there. How pretty is that? Love how that looks. Right, okay, well hopefully that did come together a little bit quicker than the previous one. Okay, right, let's do one more. Okay, we've got this bird one. So this is a napkin backed onto obviously sheet music and then backed onto this buff coloured card. So let's just see what we can do with this. Now, I'm always a little bit funny about the napkin ones because obviously they're so gorgeous. I don't want to then cover up, you know, the napkin. It looks so lovely as it is. So I find them a little bit trickier to work with sometimes, to be honest, but let's just see what we can kind of do with this. No, that was one bird too many, wasn't it? Yeah, definitely was one bird too many. Oh, I've got that cute frame. Oh, what a shame. That would have to be off to the side, because how cute would that have looked? Really sweet, wouldn't it? Yeah, that was a shame. Got this one. No. Just pulling in any that I sort of think, all colour-wise, you know, that maybe would go. But, yeah, so far, not so good. So far, none of them are looking quite the thing, are they? Okay, right. Oh, what a shame, what a shame, what a shame. Right, okay, let's try one of these stitched labels then, shall we? Not that one. That's not bad on there. Oh, this one's slightly smaller. I have also got these gold frames with like a bird in. Oh, I think I prefer the frame, to be honest. So yeah, I think stick with the frame. Now, if we have that on there, let's just see. Got some flowers here. I wonder if that one would look good. Just looks like it's a good colour match. I mean, yeah, whether or not it's going to look right, I'm not sure. But colour-wise, it looks pretty good, doesn't it? Oops. Just going to ink this up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, that's quite pretty on there. I'm just going to see, you know, in the coloured book plates, whether I've got any that maybe would look nice. Well, they're quite good colours, aren't they? Right, let's give these ones a try. Okay. Oh, that's pretty, isn't it? Right, okay. So this one, I'm going to just wet glue the label down. Now, obviously, as you can see, I'm going to cut that label off, like mid-flow. So, yeah, I didn't want the full label on there. We're just going to go like that. And then I'm going to snip it off. So, like that. Okie dokie. And then I'm just going to snip it down along here on the edge. Oops. Okay. Right, like that. And then just thought I would just pull this in. Just because, again, it was still laying around here from before. But, oh, what about like that? That's quite pretty. Right. So, just for laziness, I'm going to use my hot glue. Just get that journal book plate down on there. Okay, and then here, these flowers. So one there. That does go pretty nicely, doesn't it? With these flowers, it's a good colour. And then this one here. Just pop that one down there. Yeah, that looks very pretty, I must say. Right, okay. Just, you know, I'm obsessed with using these now. So, yeah, I'm just going to see if I would like any of these on here. Oh, what's happened there? Okay. Not really the right colours, is it? No. Oh, what about that one with the bird? Again, it might just be, you know, one bird too many. So, yeah, probably better not to. I mean, that's quite pretty. I know it's got a lot of flowers then going on, but, you know, yeah, I don't mind that one. What do we think? Oh, again, this is where I just wish that I could hear you guys and you could just tell me your thoughts. Or do we think that one's better? Blue or the yellow? I think actually this one just has that little bit of contrast that kind of maybe was required. Oh, I'm just going to try that one actually, just because it had dropped out of the box. No, I'm going to go for this one. So just glue around there. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Right. Pop that one down there like that. Okay. Oh, how pretty does that look? Now I'm just going to see whether we want to have a butterfly on there. I mean, probably not, but just in case. Let's just see if I've got any. Oh, what did I do with the butterfly ones now? Did I put those away? Let's put those away. Right, okay. butterflies back out. Sorry about my creaky chair. I think I need to oil it or something. So, yeah. Because I'm constantly like leaning back, you know. It doesn't obviously like the angle of that. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Oops. Yeah, quite like that down there. It's kind of like a little bit of a cluster then going on in that corner, isn't it? Which is rather nice, I think. So, yeah, just going to have that there. Oh, how pretty does that look? Might just round the corners. Again, you know, it doesn't necessarily need the corners rounding, but I suppose it just, you know, gives it a bit more of a finished appearance. I know I've talked about this lately, but I keep on just rounding the corners on one side. Who knows why I'm doing that? I don't know whether it's really a good look or not, but yeah, it's just something I seem to be doing lately, which I just, yeah, I kind of quite like. Let me know what you think, whether you think it's weird or whether you think it looks okay. Yeah, I'd love to hear what you think. So yes, that is that one. Let's have a look now and see the tags that we have done. So we've done that one. We did these two, which bearing in mind that these were kind of very similar paper because they're from the same masterboard. And this masterboard, like I say, it's actually available in my shop, but they are from the same masterboard, but they look very, very different, don't they? You know, completely different look. And then this one here, which I just, oh, love the simplicity of this. I think we might have even made this before on a video. I actually can't remember now. But yeah, I hope that you like them. And yep, that's four more things gone from my, you know, tray of unfinished projects. So lots more to go. But yeah, hope that you like them. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks then. Bye.